welcome to another new episode of the Civil Canadian. Scotty, it's episode 75. It feels like a comic book, man. We're getting close to my age, eh? Like I said, every episode.
Damn.
75, you know?
How old are you?
Centuries.
Centuries.
So we still got time. We got, by the time this is all over, Scotty, the king will be reborn.
Reborn.
A young little lad. But if you guys notice, we're going to be growing some dirt. Well, I'm going to be growing. I don't know if he's going to be growing any dirt on his face. It's what month? November.
Yeah.
So if you see the king looking like a werewolf, don't change the channel. It's the king. He just needs to grow a beard for support. For all our fellow mankind out there.
Yeah, not me.
Scotty won't. Scotty, I don't know. Me? I'm going to grow
I don't like having anything on my face.
So just, I apologize in advance of the way I might look. It might scare you for you guys. But don't worry. There's still a handsome man beneath that facial hair. Anyways,
all right.
Okay, guys. Like I said last Friday in our Friday's episode, Tuesday's episodes are going to be retooled, Scotty. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for that civil mailbag, civil treason, and all the other fun stuff we used to do, you'll be able to go on our Facebook page, The King. We'll do something small. We'll call it Civil Saturday, Scotty, or something that I'll discuss that on your couch movie reviews. Little fun stuff, small little episodes on our Facebook page, just for fun. But anyways, now, what we're going to be doing on Tuesday's episode, we're going to be doing on Fridays. We're going to be talking about one topic that the king feels that we need to talk about, or we need to talk about, because the two brains together, geniuses. Separate, I don't know. I'm old, Scotty. He's still, he has something there. The king, not anymore. Scotty's like,
all right, let's get on.
Okay, anyways, so Scotty, basically what we're going to be talking about in this amazing episode, because we've seen Thor Ragnarok, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're going to be talking about, will the Justice League destroy or be sunk at the box office when it comes out in about a week's time?
A week, yeah.
A week's time. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, Scotty, what are the Justice League's chances now that we've seen Thor Ragnarok and its success globally, and everybody's been praising it? Do you think that's going to hurt the movie overall, or is there going to be more pressure for it to be good?
There's going to be a lot more pressure.
A lot of pressure.
What I think is Thor is going to take a hit that week.
Okay.
So that first weekend, Thor is going to be maybe second, third, more like second.
Yeah.
Justice League will run good for the first maybe week and a half.
Okay.
And then there's going to be like a 50% drop.
So Justice League's going to drop, and Thor's going to kind of either be level or higher again, back up to its spot.
Because there's no early reviews for Justice League.
It's true.
And no one is talking about it. So that's kind of an indication that they don't want no one to say anything until it actually comes out, right? Mm-hmm. Thor, it came out 2 weeks before the release.
Exactly.
Here, right? So
exactly.
Everyone around the world already saw it except for us. So it's just like,
it's true.
Their reviews came out a couple of days before. Mm-hmm. Everyone praised it. Everyone was loving it.
Exactly.
That got the hype for it even more. Mm-hmm. Justice League, not a single word. They just released a clip with Wonder Woman facing off Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf looks like a pile of dog shit.
Because they didn't finish maybe the work for it, you think? Or
I don't know. Just his face looks like a pile of dog shit.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. No.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Because Thor looks spectacular, guys. I'm worried if that's what you're saying, Scotty. I'm a little worried myself.
I'm getting worried because I like the Justice League, right? And it's just like, you're gonna compare Thor to Justice League. And if Justice League is a trash movie, Thor is obviously going to come on top, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's no reviews for Justice League or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Kind of gets me worried.
See, Scotty, what I thought that DC should have done is that they should have gone first. They should have released their movie before Thor instead of after. Uh-huh. So then it'll kind of like give it no pressure to be like, oh my God, look at this movie. And if it doesn't hit the numbers like it wants to, it's not going to look as bad. Now, if it doesn't hit Thor's numbers, it's going to be, it didn't do good. Even if it's like a 10 million difference, Scotty, it was a failure. It bombed. But if they would have went first, it wouldn't matter. It would just, okay, you know what? Then you could just say that, Thor rode the coattails of Justice League because everybody was excited to see Justice League. That now Thor is doing well because Justice League was good. So now, I don't know. I think that's what I think personally. Do you think the same thing? What do you think?
I don't know.
You think it wouldn't make a difference because, do you think Justice League will still hit the amount that it's going to make either way, if it went before or after? What would you think?
Either way, Thor was going to be an amazing movie, so either way, it's going to get hurt.
It's going to get hurt either way. You thought, like, for me, I think it would have been better for Justice League to go first.
Even though Justice League came out the last weekend of October, or
yeah, like Halloween. You would have thought Halloween,
I don't
like
know.
Justice League.
But Warner
Demons.
Brothers wanted to do the release on the 17th because that's when the animated cartoon came out, November 17th, 2001. That's what they.
So they kind of did it as a anniversary kind of special moment or whatever, right?
Year anniversary. Anyways, you can move on to the next question.
Okay, so the other thing is now, they're projecting Justice League to make about 120, possibly 130 million in its opening weekend. You think it's going to hit that?
Yeah.
You think it's going to do those numbers easy? You think it's going to go a little bit more? 'Cause I know a lot of people have been waiting for the sucker. I'm waiting for the damn
I would
thing.
say maybe 2 million more.
You think so?
I don't think-
122. I'm thinking about 125, 135 myself, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
What was
roughly.
Thor's numbers?
Oh God, Thor overseas made over 100 and something million. So I don't know what the weekend. I haven't checked the recent box
Okay.
office, but it's going to make at least 100 million here, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Justice League, because people have been waiting for that longer. It will probably make bigger numbers than Thor, but overall in the long run, I don't know if it's going to slow down if it's not successful because we haven't seen it. We know based on what we saw at Thor. That Thor's numbers will keep on going because word of mouth. You thought word of mouth was big for it. It's going to be even bigger, and I hope the same thing happens with Justice League. It's too bad that we didn't have early screenings on it for some people to see it. Even if you think it sucked or whatever, we still needed some sort of feedback. Because right now we're going in blind. At least we're just based on the trailers, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. I think they're just doing that because of what happened with them previous to Wonder Woman, which I wouldn't be worried because Wonder Woman was a success. They should have done some pre-screenings for it because I don't think the critics would have been as harsh on it because of what they received with Wonder Woman, and it looked like the tone has been really changed in this one, which will kind of like follow the same trend, But I don't know. We'll see. So now, overall, Scotty, you think Justice League is going to be a darker movie than Thor Ragnarok, even though Thor Ragnarok had some dark moments in it and whatever?
Yeah, it's going to be way darker because even from the last trailer we saw,
Yeah, it was dark.
it was very dark. And you know what?
It's good though. I like that.
You know
I
what?
like that it's
Because-
contrast. It's two different movies.
Yeah, because the way they're doing with Steppenwolf, it has to be.
Yeah.
And the
Definitely.
Parademons. Because Thor has always been a lighter movie, so it worked for Thor. Just
Exactly.
as like they have dark enemies, so they
Yeah.
has to have a darker
It
tone.
will be just
right?
like how
So-
Wonder Woman had a dark villain, and it was kind of dark at certain points, and it was a dull and great and gloomy
Yeah.
kind of type of.
And it
movie.
worked for
But
Wonder Woman.
It worked wonders, and I like that idea. All right, what else did I want to ask you, Scotty? Oh, do you think that overall, Scotty, Justice League is going to be a good movie?
I hope so.
You really hope?
I really hope.
Based on the trailers, do you think we're going to be getting a good movie this time? Not like how we got decent trailers for Batman versus Superman and it kind of turned out eh.
The last trailer was crap. The one we saw in the theater.
Okay, yeah,
The one we saw in July was amazing.
that was phenomenal.
That gave me like
Goosebumps.
goosebumps and
that
gave me
really
excited
did something
for it.
for you.
The first trailer was okay, but I don't know. I'm kind of like torn at this
You're on the
point.
fence?
Yeah, I want it to be good, but I hope it doesn't stink.
I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to be all surprised, and all this negativity, the movie's too short, the movie's this, Josh Whedon came aboard, did he change this, did he change that? It's going to be forgotten.
They most likely had a good reason to cut it short.
Yeah, just look at Thor Ragnarok. Oh, why is it short? Why not?
They actually extended Thor because Thor was an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was joking around with it. But like I said,
Just
if the
talk about
movie's
it.
good and it has enough points in it, Scotty, what do you need to make it longer for? What? Just to bore the hell out of us? Like even with Logan. Logan was, over 2 hours?
It was 2 hours 17.
There you go. If they made it 2 hours and cut off that stuff that kind of bugged me a little bit, wouldn't it be a better film?
Yeah.
There you go. That's why if it's complete from thing, movies used to be 2 hours anyways. Everybody's crying. If it's not 2.5 hours, it sucks or it's going to be bad. No, it's not, guys. The runtime has nothing to do with it. It's the quality of what they're putting on screen.
A movie can be an hour and 30 and it can be one of the best movies in the world.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with it, right?
No.
So now, Scotty, lastly, before I leave, now, will Justice League succeed based on what we got in the past. I know we had a successful Wonder Woman recently. Now, because of certain characters, you had Batman, Superman. Well, Superman officially not in this one yet, but he's in it or mentioned. Because of Batman versus Superman, you think that distinct from that would still affect Justice League's numbers now? You don't think people have kind of like forgotten that it's been erased with Wonder Woman, and then with, you know, Jason Momoa's Aquaman coming out in the foreseeable future?
I would say it's 50.
Hope, you know?
I would say it's 50-50.
You think it's 50? It hasn't changed for you?
The general fans will forget. The fans won't. So
Sure.
it's gonna be an imbalance or a balance, I would say, right? So I don't know what to say. So
See, guys, overall, I think it's going to do well. It's going to surprise the hell out of everybody.
I hope so. I wouldn't be surprised.
It is.
Like how I was
When we
surprised.
see it in a week or
I
so,
was
it's going to be
surprised.
phenomenal.
I was surprised with Homecoming. I was surprised with Thor, especially Thor.
Yeah.
And I want to be surprised with
Justice League. I think, you know, we're going to have a good movie. It's going to be cool. I think itself, it's going to kill in the theater. I don't think it's going to sink.
No?
Is it going to make 400 million or set, like, you know, within its first 2 weeks? Maybe not. But I think it's going to hit $1 billion. I think it's going to hit the billion mark.
You think so?
The last one, Batman vs Superman, made 800 and something million. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't this top that? It looks like a much better put together film this time around, and with the changes they made because of what happened with Wonder Woman, and we've seen what's going on with Aquaman, a few set, you know, pictures here and there, and Jason Momoa, the clips that we've seen him in Justice League, and with Flash, Ezra Miller, I'm starting to kind of like, yeah, you know what, maybe he'll be an okay Flash, because you know me, no, you know, I didn't like him at first, but I think he's growing on me. And of course, Wonder Woman, with her success, now she's in it too, and she's in the forefront of this with Batman. I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to overall, guys, I think it's going to be a hit. I think it's going to kill. I don't know if it's going to be Thor, but I think it's going to be pretty damn close. So anyways, guys, that's this episode. You guys tell us what you guys think about this topic. Do you think it's going to be destroyed or destroy, basically, in the comment section? So, guys, that's this episode of the Civil Canadians Tuesday. I hope you guys like this new format. Don't forget to check out all our specials that we're going to be dropping the next week or two. Don't forget to see last Friday's episode of Civil Canadians and this Friday's episode as well. We're going to be talking about something phenomenal. So I can't wait to see what we're going to talk about, Scotty. It's going to be a total surprise. And right now he looks a little... We keep quiet anyway. It's going to be good. So, guys, until next Civil Canadians episode, the King and Scotty V are leaving the building. Take it easy and be good.
Be good.